Interjection here from Nation Warriors. This is my second 1v1 commentary that I will be uploading to YouTube. It's in a series of videos. I said I was going to upload every game, but that proved to be quite difficult because I didn't realise the amount of games I would actually be playing, among other things. Some games I play just aren't even interesting to watch because you can easily just absolutely destroy someone, or you can yourself just be absolutely ripped to bits, and it's there sometimes isn't really that much to talk about or anything interesting, especially if the game is played sloppily or if I make mistakes, which I often do, I won't lie. This particular game is this is a very good game, actually. I think I was playing this guy. Well, he's on ESO. He's a level 20 second lieutenant. But at the end of the game, he revealed to me that he was a level 35, or whatever rank that is. Oh, a bit of a bell mess up there. Anyway, he told me he was level 35, and to be honest, I actually think that is true because it was a very, very good game, very close, and it could have gone either way. And I'm not going to say who won. You have to watch the video to find out. But it was very close, and if it wasn't just for a couple of mistakes from the person who lost at the end, it could have kept going. No telling who could have won that. Anyway, this is back into the game right now. I collected up all the food crates first. Obviously, you want to get that first villager in production. I'm going to say that every game. The sooner you get that in production, the sooner you can get your villagers collecting on food, on the bison that is, and then the sooner you get to age 2. Simple as that. I found this wood treasure guided by 2 bears, and on Nilla that's worth 135 wood, I think, or something like that anyway. And I started with 100 wood. Well, I started with 200 wood, and obviously I got the house and the 100 wood spare. And if I collect just a little bit more wood, I collected 30 over, which is a little bit annoying. Could have had a bit of extra food there, but got enough wood for a trading post straight off the bat, which is incredible for Spanish. That is a very, very good thing to have, because Spanish Fast Fortress, obviously the more shipments you have, the more the more troops you're going to be able to get out in Age 3, and just the stronger your Fortress Age will be. Right, now just sending villagers out to collect these herds in. Important to get them in if you're fast fortressing, because you do not want your villagers away from your town centre. If they are not if your villagers are not next to your town centre, you could potentially lose them, and good game, because you need to play very defensively, at least until in the Fortress Age, and that's difficult to do without troops. Yeah. So yeah, just herding them in. First shipment was 3 villagers. Always, just every civ you play, any civ, you should always be sending that 3 villagers. That is just a rule. The only exceptions would be civs where you cannot actually get 3 villagers shipment, and they are the Portuguese and Russians. Japanese, they don't get 3 villager shipment, they get 2, and I think people prefer to send Heavenly Karma. Sorry if I just insulted any Japanese players. I'm not too, I'm not that great with them. I don't really know everything about them. Anyway, funny thing, I accidentally attacked that coyote on the Tomahawk treasure. I had to run away there, which was kind of amusing. Anyway, this treasure here was very close. Look, we're both zooming in on it, and I think I do get that in the end, and that is 75 coin, or yeah, 70 coin, which is going to help me. Right, aging up with the tower and 200 coin. Now the tower, obviously, because we need to protect ourselves, which is not really the main reason I went for him, but you get 200 coin as well, and 200 coin, and plus this, as soon as I hit age 2, I'll send 700 coin, so 700 plus 200 is 900, and then you need 1,000 to age up. Already got 160 there. Good job. All the coin I need to age up. Now just collect nothing but food to get that 1,200 food I need to age up with, and then I can age up. So yeah, coin sorted. That's just genuinely, if you're gonna fast fortress, always send that 700 coin. I think this back herd in this game was absolutely nuts. So that happened like 4 or 5 times. Yeah. Anyway, second shipment after 700 coins should be the 700 wood, but we're not quite there yet. Still in age 1. as you can see. But with this, I've got this extra trading post at the start, which gives me lots and lots of extra XP, meaning I can actually get the 5 villager shipment as well, which is just an incredible boost to the Spanish economy, especially for a fast fortress, because obviously you're losing quite a lot of time aging up, where your town centre is not producing any villagers, because obviously you cannot produce villagers whilst you're aging, and aging does take a long time sometimes. So far so good. I haven't seen anything from the Russian player. He actually went to, I'll tell you now, it was a fast fortress from him as well, except it was some kind of made a few troops in between. It was really weird. You don't often see a Russian fortress age this early on as he had it anyway. Anyway, there's the 700 coin. I shipped it to the tower because if he is going to attack me, which I really was expecting, because Russian are often very, very quick to attack, very aggressive, but he wasn't. So I normally ship the coin to the tower. Oh no, my explorer died, which annoyed me because I needed him potentially to defend off any attacks, because obviously he can produce war dogs. Anyway, but yeah, the coin was at the tower because it was, further behind my town centre and harder for him to stop me from collecting. But didn't need that in the end. The back herding scared me because it's a little bit far away from my town now. Can't be collecting food that far out. It needs to be on top of my town centre, ideally. But yeah, there's not all that much to say at the moment, because the fast fortress really is just sitting in your base, making sure, really keeping a hawk eye on these villages, because if some random ninja musketeers just pop out of nowhere, then they can, pop off a shot and just kill off a villager. And a villager takes 25 seconds to train, costs 100 food. So by killing a villager, think of it this way: he's just put you 25 seconds behind economically. And if he manages to kill 2 villagers, well, that is 50 seconds, almost a minute behind your opponent, which is quite a lot. That war dog, didn't realise, kind of confused me, because Spanish war dogs, he's Russian. Turns out you got that, what I assume would have been the advanced explorer, but don't really see that. And that war dog has quite a strong hand attack. I don't think he has the negative multipliers like regular war dogs, because it really did do quite a lot of damage to my villager. Anyway, not too much on that. That was kind of weird. Anyway, no problem so far. I am going, as you can see, I built a stable. That 700 wood got me 5 houses and a stable. And against Russian, I almost always train nothing but lancers, because if I'm playing colonial, I often play Russia. When I go against Russia, I play French and just mass cavalry, because even their Russian musketeers are just so shockingly weak that just any form of cavalry, for some reason, just seems to win. I know that sounds strange, sending cavalry against musketeers, but I'll probably upload a game just demonstrating this at some point with the French, but you can absolutely just ravage Russian musketeers with cavalry, especially Uhlans, because of the extra damage, and even better than that, lancers, because they have this insane multiplier, 20 times 3 against infantry, which is obviously quite a lot. That's like 2 poke death. It might not be, I'm not entirely sure, but it is pretty strong. Able to ship the 5 lancers as my first shipment, as I have done, and train 5 lancers, making 10 lancers straight off the bat, plus the 4 hussars I aged up with, and then train another 5 lancers straight off the bat, after the first batch of 5, and ship the 4 lancers. That's 19 lancers, 4 hussars in relatively quick time. And if he really was a second lieutenant, I think I was hoping that would polish him up, but no, this guy's good. He started to train cavalry archers once he saw my lancers. I admittedly could have trained better units to counter them. I'll have more on that later. Anyway, right now, absolutely trying to just beast through them musketeers, because yeah, Lancer's insane against any kinds of infantry, as long as they're not being, well, except for pike, I guess. Anyway, right now I'm sending Rodolero, because the rods are gonna, I'm hoping the rods will, I know he's going to train cavalry archers because I've seen his deck. I was looking for actually the Manchu. I was scared. That's why I checked his deck. You might have noticed, might not have though. Checked his deck for Manchu. Fortunately, there wasn't any. Manchu, if you don't know, are mercenary cavalry archers, and they are absolutely beast. They are very, very strong and very dangerous to lancers. But yeah, just tearing through these strelets. And I think I could have won this pretty early on, but there was a fight I committed to and I really shouldn't have done, and because of that I did end up losing my army. The fact that this guy just tanks so much loss on these musketeers and on his infantry, it just is a credit to him. He's obviously a very good player. Anyway, yeah, I'm sure he'll end up watching this video because I will link him. I did want to talk to him. Anyway, yeah, now send in 12 pikemen, because at this stage I'm thinking, right, I need some sort of siege, something to do siege damage to his buildings. Oh, his villagers popped out of town centre, so I sent my lancers back. Like, I'm keeping a close eye on that, because as long as I keep his villagers in the town centre, he's not collecting resources, and obviously I'm going to be getting economically ahead of him. But I didn't go back that time, because I did see some cavalry archers pop out, and that would be senseless and stupid to go back just to take shots from something that's good against your units. Yeah, going for that market, get the market upgrades, because one thing with Spanish Fast Fortress is I can do the units fairly okay, but keeping my economy afterwards, I seem to forget about villagers sometimes. Not often, I'll admit, but sometimes. There's that war dog again, absolutely beasting through my settler. I end up putting the pikes on him. So you come to think of it now, that probably took out quite a few of my pikemen, because that war dog was very, very strong. Anyway, oh yeah, hit the Rodaleros. They are for, as you can see, they run towards the cavalry archers, pushing the cavalry archers off me. Trying to make the cavalry archers run away. That is the function of the Rodalero, whilst giving, as there's no cavalry archer on my lancers, giving my lancers free shots at the cannon and the infantry. But now I'm trying to quickly get the Rodaleros away, because he will shoot them with his musketeers, town centre fire, and the blockhouse. And obviously, do not want to lose my anti-cavalry, because if I do, then his lancers, sorry, not his, like his cavalry archers get free shots on my lancers, as you can see here. That's why I'm now sending the Rodalero back to make them run away again. See, now moving, giving me free shots on their Minutemen. Not that I really need free shots, because, you know, 1 HP Minutemen. Yeah, but I know I'm running out of Rodalero, so I ship 8 more. That 12 pikeman shipment kind of will help, similarly to the Rodalero, except not as well, because it can easily be microed by cavalry archers, since pikemen do not move as quickly. But still, they will push the cavalry archers away from my lancers, giving my lancers free shots at musketeers and strelets. Yeah, I do wish I had, when I was playing this, I built a barracks sooner and started to make skirmishes. For some reason I did not do that, and I don't know what I was thinking, but I don't know. Anyway, I didn't do it, probably should have done. Right here, obviously I'm switching back to, oh yeah, could comment on that, right. When you're doing a fight, always focus on it, never leave. But if you are going to leave, come straight back to it, because if you leave for any amount of time, by the time you get back, some sort of ninja unit will have just popped up out of nowhere and screwed you over completely. Right, this is, as I was talking about earlier, a fight I committed to where I shouldn't have. This is it here. Do not know what I was thinking. If those skirmishers, sorry, if those pikemen were skirmishers, then perhaps, maybe could have done, but do not know what I was thinking here. I thought, right, I'll go for the strelets. I don't know what I was doing. Anyway, that's not pleasant to look at, because I will end up losing all them units. Because he can just easily micro them cavalry archers around his buildings, making my pikemen walk around, and they're not actually attacking anything. Pikemen are just walking. You know, if they were Rodaleros, perhaps it'd be better, because they move faster, maybe. But they don't. He's able to just move away from my pikemen. Pikemen don't do any damage at all to the things they're supposed to do damage to. Meaning that cavalry archers will just absolutely destroy my lancers, and good fight, you just lost. All your lancers will mean interjection, and yeah. But at this stage in the game, I can't quite see this. Wait, I can see the score. I'm still ahead, but that's probably because of well, by judging by the post game, because I've already seen the end of the game. It was because I had I did have a stronger economy at this point, and obviously I had, like, before this point I'd also beasted through a bunch of his infantry with my lancers before I lost them all. Bit of a sticky stitch. Kind of walked into that one there. Gonna send the Rodolero back to push off the cavalry archers. As you see, they run away there. Lost one Rodolero, but you know, better than losing like 2 or more lancers. Shipped in 5 cavalry. Would have been lancers, but obviously used both them lancer shipments up. So now got to move on to something quite like the Spanish for that. 5 hussars is actually 1,000 foods worth of resources, and they're one of the few civs that actually get the 5 hussar shipment for age 3. Every other civ seems to get 4 hussars. They say, well, the game describes this civ as Lancer, Rodolero, and Pikeman as their best units. But to be honest, I don't really see the point of having Pikeman above Veteran. It just, once you get Dragoons, it kind of, what's the point in Pikeman? And for a long time, I didn't understand the difference, well, why people would train Rodoleros. But yeah, kind of someone told me and kind of experimented with them a bit. Rodolero and Pikeman, you'd think were quite similar, but obviously with their differences. This fight here was probably one that I could have done better micro, but it ended up okay in the end. The main problem is I could have protected my anti-cav better. I'm always told this every time I play micro games with friends. They say protect your cav, no, protect your anti-cav, and do I ever do it? I don't ever seem to learn. Anyway, I lost the anti-cav, meaning that his cavalry archers are quite capable now of hunting down, search and destroy style, my lancers, and I can't really, I want to raid, but I'm not going to, because if I go anywhere near his base, or near his hunts, I'm pretty sure that there will be some cavalry archers around to absolutely wreak havoc. Right, oh, I didn't notice, I didn't notice myself getting the steel traps and the other coin upgrade, but yeah, they're at this point in the game, pretty good idea. Yeah, because this is now, in my opinion, officially late game. It's for a fast fortress style game anyway. Getting that villager upgrade, metal coats. Some people just, well, I used to just leave it because it was like a waste of 75 food, but at this point in the game, 75 food for 35% extra villager hit points is a must, because there will be some point where you're just running away from, I don't know, a few units, and that's the difference between the villager dying and the villager living. And as I said, a villager does take 25 seconds to train, and does cost 100 food, so every time you lose one, yeah, setting your economy behind. Now I see those bison moving up here, and getting excited. Gonna kill off lots of villagers, hopefully. I said I wasn't gonna raid, but now I've got anti-cav, it's okay, because I can, those pikemen, that's why I shipped 10 pikemen, because I needed anti-cav. Yeah, by anti-cav I mean pikeman Rodolero, or preferably Rodolero, because Dragoon wouldn't work against against cavalry archer, because they're just obviously similar units, and they kind of, I don't know, just doesn't work quite as well as the Rodolero. But Skirmisher, definitely better anti-cav there, the Skirmisher, because obviously he's good at, it counts as light cavalry, sorry, not like, say, Lancers or Hussars, or in this case he's got Cossacks, isn't he? Here, kind of, micro could have been a lot better, as the game, at the beginning of the game I had really good micro, but as we get more and more units, my micro gets worse and worse, because I haven't quite mastered the use of control keys yet, and friends keep telling me, well, just one friend really, it tells me I do kind of need to learn to use hotkeys, because it would make me a lot better at the game. But do I try? I don't know, it's just finding the time to practice, because it actually would slow me up, because I'm not used to it. And then in a game like this, anyway, starting to run out of shipments here, but if you noticed, every shipment in Age 3 is, almost every shipment, actually I think every shipment, something like that anyway, is a military shipment, because that's the point in a fast fortress, you just beast out lots of military units and overpower your opponent. Right here, happy with this Lancer versus his musketeers, absolutely tear through them. Don't know why he walked them into. Oh, and I sent the pikemen back. See, I'm learning there, protecting the anti-cav. Not that many left though. I suppose the skirmishers are now technically anti-cav. Don't hear that very often, do you? And yeah, gonna get them lances back. If that was a control group, could have had that done. Just press 1, good job, right click somewhere else. But no, I had to drag a box and waste a few, probably an extra lancer or something, I don't know. But that's how it goes. 41 villages, not too bad. Probably should have more, because I do, and I haven't been noticing because I'm talking, but I'm pretty sure someone's noticed me not training settlers and getting frustrated by that, as I often do when I watch games back. And probably idle settlers as well, but I'm not too fussed about idle settlers when I'm actually in a fight, because I'd rather have 1 or 2 idle settlers for an extra 5 or 10 seconds whilst I'm micromanaging my army units and not losing them. Because 10 seconds of idle time on 2 or 3 villages is what, like, few, like, 3, I don't know, like 10 resources. But losing a skirmisher is over 100 resources gone, losing a lancer is 200 resources gone. Anyway, you see where I'm coming from. Probably could have thought about an extra town centre at some point, but or maybe getting that trading post back up so that I could continue to spam out shipments. Like, unfortunately, I did switch to these skirmishers. I'm trying to snipe just there, trying to snipe off them villages. Always good to kill a village when you can. As I said, you set him 25 seconds back, but this guy is really good, and he just kind of seems to ninja these cavalry archers out of nowhere, absolutely nowhere, these guys. And then this is where you probably guessed who's going to lose the game, but I do not understand, like, thinking back now, like, those cannons, right, absolutely fail, gonna get ripped to bits. Why am I being, anyway. But yeah, them villagers by his fort, did I forget? Did I just not realise that there was a fort there that could see them? I don't know. But when the battle has finished and all the fighting is, we've ran back to our bases, because no one ever seems to fight each other at this level. We just bitch slap each other until... Lieutenant fighting is weird. It's not straight out, it's just like run around, kill some villagers, shoot this, run away. Anyway, back to that fort. Yeah, them villagers die because I don't move them. If I had moved them, or actually I think I didn't move them because there was no other coin mine that I could see, and I did need the coin. But to be honest, I know, probably would have been better just to kind of sit back, maybe build a plantation, just, you know, play the game, because there's over 10 villages there, and they're all gonna die. You know, that's, what is this, 25 seconds per villager? 25 times 10, 250 seconds. Yeah. I don't know. Anyway, I continue to play on, because I think, okay, maybe I can raid him. Maybe I can get him back, because I did see a load of dead bison over here, as you can see there. Gonna try and get them, but I didn't click on any of them. Turned out there wasn't actually any villagers there anyway. If you click on them, you can see the food going down, and obviously that is going to... well, if the food's going down, you know there's villagers there. It goes down, I think, like 1 per second anyway, by decay, and then any more than that is obviously villagers, and you can probably tell how many are there by how fast it's going down. We could get technical about this. I think the unupgraded rate of collection for a settler on a hunted animal, unupgraded, this is 0.833 food per second. Getting a bit nerdy here, but I don't think... Anyway, and I might as well go through the other resources as well. Wood unupgraded is 0.5 wood per second. It is the slowest gathering resource. And coin is, I think, 0.6 coin per second from an unupgraded coin settlers. Mills are slower. Can't remember that right now. Plantation is definitely slower. So yeah, just a bit of general advice here. Never swap to plantations and mills until you have to. Until you really do have to, because you are investing a lot of wood. And wood is the slowest gathering resource, meaning you're collecting wood, meaning you can't train troops. You're investing in a resource collection rate that is slower than the ones available to you. So, yeah, collect huntable animals, collect coin mines, protect them with, obviously, towers. Build a tower, just 250 wood, building a tower, it saves villager lives, and you get to keep your fast collection. Don't have to waste that resources on mills and plantations. Anyway, here's me, like, frantically searching through these bison, thinking, oh, please be settlers, but there isn't. I don't actually know where he's collecting, and then I think, oh crap, because over here, I don't know why, but I think the idea was to build all plantations on the far left side of the map, and then wall up, because it's easier, because of the trade route in my current base kind of obstructs walling, and I always, whether it be free for all, you know, whatever I'm doing, I always quickly get up walls on the far left or some other extremity of the map where it's easier to wall because you can use the edge of the map as part of your base. You don't have to rule a circle because you've got, like, they can't, you probably get what I'm saying. Anyway, I lose another, like, 10 villagers there, and the game is getting ready to finish because I just thinking, right, eventually he would just overpower me. I've lost 10 settlers on the coin mine near his fort, another 10 here. That's a lot of resources I'm not getting, and he's got a huge mass of cavalry archers. And my certainly my lances are useless there. So I'm trying to raid him because I just think there's no point bringing him home. And then I'm shooting the cavalry archers, but then I realise there's Cossacks there as well, and I think it is at this point I call good game and congratulate this second lieutenant who is actually not a second lieutenant. But yeah, I hope this commentary was fairly interesting or useful or in some way helped you. I don't know, just hopefully, yeah. I do talk to him for a little bit, but I tell him I'll talk to him outside the game because obviously I want to look at the post games and view them graphs because sometimes they can tell a lot about a game if. So yeah, we'll wait for that. Is the villagers. As you can see, I lost them all. Had a lot more than him. Perhaps if I'd kept the game going a bit longer, you know, perhaps if I hadn't lost them, could have had my eco would have been stronger, would have been able to beast him through. Maybe my poor micro skills wouldn't have mattered so much, and hopefully could have won the game. You do actually see him saying he's a level 35 if you read through the comments. I'm not just making that up. He posted it or something like that before I viewed the post game. But anyway, hope you enjoyed the game. Interjection out. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video, subscribe if you want to see more, and I should have a new video up soon. Thanks guys.